Hey guys, welcome to Sippin' and Spillin' with Sid from 3 Mississippi. I'm in the truck right outside of church. Church just got out and Mike and Frankie are in choir practice right now. So I thought I'd take this opportunity because it's going to be a busy afternoon. We've got Sunday lunch after this. So once they got out of choir practice, I got to scoot home and make a big salad to bring. And then when we get back from that, Mike and Frankie went out hunting last night, and it was cold last night, guys. It was like 10 degrees and like wet cold. Like it was nasty cold. In fact, while they were out hunting, I went out to do the animals, feed and do all that fun stuff. And it was freezing. Like it was just so cold. And I thought, man, they're out there hunting right now. Woo, cold. In fact, they said they were so cold that they almost gave up because they were just miserable. And it was just windy enough too that it was like uncomfortable, because it's one thing when it's cold but the air is still, but when it's windy on top of that, that wind chill factor becomes the factor. So anyway, Mike ended up getting a deer yesterday, and so when they got back, I had made some chicken salad from some of the chickens that we had processed and canned, because I had spent like all day pretty much editing the video that went out on 3 Mississippi, hopefully on Sunday. It's supposed to go out on Sunday. I know Mike, as of right now, has not uploaded it yet. He got a little behind on that because of the deer. So we'll see. But I was happy that he got a deer. Nice little doe. But Frankie said she was so cold, she didn't want to try to take a shot because apparently where they were, there was like a whole bunch of deer. And they both could have easily said, okay, on the count of 3, you take that deer and you take that deer. But she was like, I'm not comfortable taking a shot because they were about 200 yards away. And she said, I'm not comfortable taking a shot quite that far yet. Number one, and number two, she's like, I'm shaking so bad because I'm so cold that I don't feel like I can like pull the trigger. So he said, okay, good on you for knowing that and not trying to do it anyway. So that was good. I'm happy that they were able to go out and get one. I feel bad that it was that miserably cold outside for them, but it was what it was, sometimes these things happen. But anyway, so they've got a deer hanging from a tree right now that has been gutted and skinned. So they need to break that down and put it in a cooler. In fact, we got to stop and grab some ice on the way back towards home as well so that he can put it in. I know it seems funny right now when it's 15 degrees outside to go get ice and put it in a cooler, but we are supposed to get into the 40s and 50s in the next 2 days, and it has to sit in the ice chest for at least a week or so. Last time he left it for 10 days, so we'll see how long he does it this time, but we still have to get ice either way. We've got some filming that we have to do this afternoon in between when I have to be back at church this evening. So hopefully I have enough time to get that filmed and get that done before I have to be back in town tonight for church, so that Monday I can really focus on kind of getting that done and edited, because I have a few other things this week that I need to get done in preparation for my meat birds coming. So I did get a little pop-up tent ordered for them. That's like a playpen, which has like it's got like netting around the side and then netting on the top, so when they get bigger they can't like hop out, which will be nice, and it'll kind of, I think, help keep some of the dander down since they're going to be in the garage. I'm sorry guys, I'm super thirsty today. I think the last 2 days I realized I'm like, I have not had enough water. I think partially because I've been so cold, and I've been busy doing stuff, and also I think that my medication tends to make me a little thirsty sometimes. So, but anyway, so that being said, I want to do some rearranging and reorganizing in the garage this week, which is going to be a cold project. So I'm hoping to be able to do that like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, I have a couple other projects that I want to get started on, and so I've got a few things lined up for the next few days that I kind of want to be able to bang out by next weekend. So I've sort of set a timeline for myself because I feel like I got behind on some of the things that I had wanted to do in the last couple weeks because I was down in bed for a week, and then we had this ice storm, and so I just feel like I kind of feel like I've slacked off, which I know I haven't. Like, I know I have legitimate reasons why I couldn't function. But nonetheless, I still feel like I'm like, oh, I need to get this done and this done and this done and this done. So, I've kind of set myself a timeline of the things that I need to get done and by what dates. So this next week is sort of crunchy for me when it comes to some of that stuff. Plus, I did sign myself up for one more thing to do at church on Tuesday nights. So now Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights are going to be back to back busy, which is okay. So Mondays are going to be like my hunker down, get things done day, try to get editing, filming, whatever done. And then Thursdays are going to be get everything else done days before Friday's posting. Like, it's gonna be a little bit more challenging, but I think I can still get everything. I can make it work because that's what we do. But gotta get that filming done today for what we're working on, which I can't really spill yet because Mike and I were kind of working on separate pieces of it, and we haven't had a chance to talk because I was editing all day. And I'm not sure exactly what he was working on yesterday during the day. But then he was like, hey, Frankie and I are going hunting. And I was like, okay, have fun. And so they were out the door and I didn't see them again until whatever time it was. And then they came in, ate dinner, and then they went back out. And by then it was like my bedtime and I was like, deuces. So, is what it is. But yeah, I think that, I think we're going to have a fun, interesting little video, hopefully for Friday, on 3 Mississippi. And then, got some things in the works for the next couple weeks of things that we need to do around the farm, things that are going to be happening, and some things that we need to kind of plan out as well. So I feel like my hair is kind of crazy today. I don't know what's happening. I feel like it's poofy. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, but that's it, man. Nothing much to report. Like I said, kind of just trying to keep everybody unfrozen this week has been the goal. Breaking up water troughs and making sure there's enough bedding and making sure that there's food for everybody and kind of just keeping everybody happy has sort of been the thing this week. So that's what we're doing, and we were supposed to get snow flurries today, but I think that ended up kind of missing us. So I don't think that's going to happen. So I think, everybody's going to go back to school tomorrow. And I think we're supposed to get some warmer temperatures this next week. We are going to have some serious rain this week because it has been a dry winter, guys. We've only had a couple little bits of rain. I mean, I remember last year, now granted, we're only in our second year of living here, but last year it was like, it would rain every couple of days, and it wasn't always like a torrential downpour, but it would rain, quite a bit off and on. And I remember by this time last year, I had to be careful when I would back the truck out of the drive, because if I backed it in the wrong area and I wasn't in 4-wheel drive, I could get into the mud and get stuck, because there's like a slope there where there's runoff, depending on which direction I parked from. So, but right now it's still like super dry. Like I could do donuts in the front yard. There's no mud anywhere. And there really isn't any mud right now because everything's, frozen still. But I don't know. It's weird. That was my purse squeaking up against the plastic on the door, by the way. That wasn't anything weird. But yeah, I feel like it's been a really dry winter. We did get, that one storm where we had tornado warnings. We've had like 2 or 3 of those in the last couple months. And we got the last storm, we actually got a decent amount of rain with, but that's it. Most days have been like, bright and sunny out, maybe not warm, but like sunny and cold, but like not rainy, like, so our pond is still kind of, it's a little bit more full than it was, but like, so I'm a little like, ooh, how are our pastures gonna look come spring if we don't get, we need to get a little more rain going between now and March. So we'll see, we'll see how it goes. But I think now we're gonna start to get some more rain, because I know there's more rain in the forecast in the next week or so. So maybe it'll start popping up. Watch. Then I'll be like, I'm tired of the rain. I'm tired of the Mississippi mud, but we need it. We need those change of seasons. We need the wetness in order to endure the heatness that's going to come in a few months, to make everything nice and green and lush and beautiful. We need all the wetness this time of year, because then we go, then we have less and less rain as the summer progresses. So we gotta have that nice wintry rain. We're getting into that rainy season. It's happening. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you have a fabulous, blessed day. And remember, guys, safety's off.